page market and said, "Look what I did. That was Pro Bowl safety for the Dallas Cowboys. I was on 6 or 7 primetime games. I made a ton of plays. It was Dan Quinn. I watched how Dan Quinn used you. You know, he got the best out of you. He made you. I feel like that could happen to Donald. Donald, you know."
All you gotta do is I ain't got no quarterback, so I can't even throw how I want to, bro. Short throws and shit, I need to do that.
Downtown between Brook Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002.
You'll never go
Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a game between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long
He did better than Goff, though. Shit, all his picks was on me. Goff shit because he can't throw that motherfucker.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And past the 40.
Okay, Malik. I see you, baby boy.
You can do that instead. First down, 18 yards.
That's what I like right there. He just smoked through there. That's what I need.
Chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Did you trade Ramsey?
Pickett up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they
traded Cup too?
This one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped.
What you want? It's not, you still got Stafford or not?
Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Yeah.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Linebacker, whoever that linebacker is.
He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
I don't like him.
Impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Right.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. They'll look to throw again. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on.
So my My girl wipes all the
To
ass.
decide, do we even need to change
When they
game
start
plan?
going to the
Or do we
toilet,
just
I'm
need
not
to
wiping
execute
shit.
better and try and get back in this game?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, God. Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. No gain on the screen
That
there.
shit ain't going in no holes or
That's a
nothing.
simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. It's Goff. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kirby Joseph. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm always going to win now, Mo. What are you talking about?
A gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's Williams on the catch. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush
What you
down
think
right.
my defense? Like, I got 2 superstar corners.
There on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My slide 94 speed. That's all I fucking need. What are you talking about?
They're extending the play, hoping someone
Alan McNeil, 22. He got a superstar. He'll be at 80 something by the end of the year.
They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play.
All right, when I'm 16-1, what mode is that going to be?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I can still get a quarterback out the draft. That could be my first pick.
Goff on third down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It ain't gonna be. You just said I could get one in the second round. Now I can't get a pick at pick 32.
They're going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner.
Pick 32.
And with good reason, as you said.
Oh, even if I don't win a Super Bowl, shit, my first round pick.
He had first-round ability.
Far
He was available on draft night. That was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. And made it
open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Exactly.
A great effort there with his second touchdown.
This is an okay team.
First half. And the
I have Ed Strett by the end of the season.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Not after he win no Super Bowl.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off play action. Here's Goff. So left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't.
He only signed up for a one-year deal anyway.
Bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
I don't need one.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good.
What do I need?
28-0.
Other than for these niggas to develop.
They'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
That's the same thing.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this.
Yeah, what does my team need? That's what I'm saying. What does my team
dropped at the 23. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here.
I know. He already got 45 yards.
First half, relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ooh.
They'll throw now on the final play. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions
I'm trying to trade
top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan
I put that on
Coachman
there just to trade.
EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
82 overall is good. Everybody don't got to be 90 everything, huh? He's still on contract. He's good.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw certain Super Bowl.
All he's saying is you straight right there. That's all he's saying.
But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying
1 second-round pick ain't going to fix it.
And we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now.
I'm a
Standing about a yard
player,
deep in his own end zone. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson
and at the same time,
the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. They'll roll him out right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman from 8 yards out. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
That corner, that's 91, he playing pretty safe.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Not in the back end of the second round.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are able to push that lead out of it.
I say you got to change it up.
Extra point by Pickett, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So
me not getting the quarterback ain't going to change that, huh?
Inside the 30 to 27. On 1st and 10, Goff. Olave over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Back to throw. Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable.
That's what I'm telling you. They're going to be loaded by the playoffs. By the time playoffs come, this team going to look like some motherfucking...
In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
Oh, don't quit, man. Hatter, I need all 4 quarters of this. Damn.